Hola Madridistas. Welcome back to my channel Native Kafri Madridista. I'm so exhilarated with the game yesterday. I mean, we all are, right? We still have this impact from what that we saw yesterday, this incredible win, this unbelievable first half hat-trick by Valverde. We got a new captain, guys. I was talking about Valverde before and I was saying a few years ago when we still have different captains that he is the future captain. Obviously, the future captain. He's the leader of the new midfield of Real Madrid. He's the leader as far as everybody's coming from 2018 and onwards. He's the leader in every sense, and yesterday he has risen this leadership to a new level. Now, without Luka Modric, without all of the great players that we had playing back in the trio of midfield, always with Valverde, before Valverde, and so on and so forth. Now he has shown his leadership, his quality. He's taken responsibility and become the leader of this team. Checkmate by Arbeloa. We have to be honest, and I'm going to start with myself, all right? I was criticizing Arbeloa. I wasn't sure that he was the right man for this job when he started out. He wasn't a great legend of this club. He was a player that many times either he was mediocre or he was coming from the bench. He's not for me at all like at the level, for example, like Michel Salgado before him, and of course other great defenders that we have in the past. He's coming here, he's starting out, he's kind of scrambling around. People are starting to say, wait a minute, does he have a system? Does he even know what he's doing? Well, hell yeah, he does. He does, and he proved it with two major wins. Two major wins, guys. So before I'm going to talk about this game and Arbeloa a little bit more, we have to say that we really attacked him. We really said that there is no tactics, there is no way, there is no, this and that and all of that. Now we have to take off our hats in front of him because he has done it. He has done it. He has won a major, some would say, arguably the best manager in the world. He has been the greatest manager in the world. So we have to take off his hat for him. We have to remember also that Manchester City has beat us this season, right? This season they beat us. This even brings it more forward because that loss was under Xavi Alonso, and now we have Arbeloa, and it clashes together, the win against the loss. All right, let's start analyzing the game. So the team played double team in defense, and especially in the first half, it really showed out that it was valuable for the team because once you have this player missing out on player like Doku. Doku was the main attacker for Manchester City yesterday, yeah? So once you have Doku managing to pass over his defender, then you have another player overlapping and another one backing up against him. Double team together in defense. And either the first one or the second one always gets the ball. Now we saw that interchanging because then when the ball moves a little bit more, for example, let's see it here on the screen. If we see, for example, Mendy, let's say that the player Savinho or anyone here on the flank manages to pass Mendy. Then you have Huysen, but when you have Hausen, then you have next to him Rudiger. So he's here, and Rudiger is right down here in case that Hausen is not going to get there. So if Rudiger is missing the ball, then you still have Hausen managing to jump ahead or to, for example, do one more step and to close the gap here. So it's always a double team in defense, and this is a novelty by Arbeloa. This is how he came prepared for this match, and it worked flawlessly. I mean, there were times, there was one pass by the ball, Chouameni in the first half, that he passed the ball to Courtois, and then Courtois had to kick it away. It was a little bit dangerous, or somebody got the ball and didn't really kick well. And then there was another mistake in the second half by Pitarch, but the mistake was really by Courtois, and I will explain. Courtois saw his possibilities where he could pass the ball, and then he saw in front of him Pitarch, which is completely new to the game, right? Inexperienced and so on and so forth, young. He got him the ball with his back to three attackers that were pressing. One of them eventually got the ball and managed to kick somehow. and then one of the greatest stops of the season. You know, incredible instinct by Courtois. I mean, most goalkeepers would have considered a goal from this. And the mistake was really by Courtois. I remember everybody saying, all the pundits were really taking it hard on Pitarch, like he's young and this and that. Pitarch could have not moved with the ball and lose it to an attacker, but he got the ball from Courtois, which made him being pressed against this player and then lose the ball eventually. Now let's talk a little bit about Mendy. So Ferland Mendy, we thought that he was going to leave at the end of the season. Now I'm asking why. He's the best defensive defender that we have. He played a brilliant game yesterday, and the difference between him and Carreras and also Garcia is that he knows how to win Champions Leagues. You know, he knows how to win a league. He knows how to win a Champions League. He did that already before, and he's just shown that he's capable of doing that. Do you remember his scream at the end of the first half when he managed to kick away the ball and prevent from a corner to be taken by City right before the whistle? It's not only that, it's everything that he did. It's the little things, and he just gave a perfect match. Arbeloa finally had 4 players he can work with. You know, he had the right type of defense, and this is also shown. So he was able to do that. He was able to perform with his players and do the double team in defense because he had the right players. One of them is Mendy, but of course, the return of Huijsen together with Rudiger, everybody being in the right shape at the right time. So this is why he was able to perform this new idea that he was producing. Let's talk about Trent, guys. Trent has his best defensive game yesterday. He was absolutely superb. And we saw a new plan, not just double team with the defenders where they defend very close to Courtois. We also saw a different type of double team. And this double team, I believe, is a novelty in football because I've never seen somebody use that as a method. You see one player, for example, let's pass here. You see one player attacking the attacker, all right? Let's say that Rudiger is attacking him, trying to take away the ball, but he doesn't control the ball. He doesn't possess the ball. He only moves it away from him. He tries to stop the player and to take away the ball. And then another player comes, and this time it's Alexander-Arnold, and if you see minute 5 or 6, you'll see it there happening, what that I'm explaining right now. He just comes in and scoops away the ball, and this way he finishes the defensive action that was done by the other player. Because if you really attack a player, it's hard to possess the ball. It's hard to get possession. But once another player comes, he can just walk away with the ball, and then he also has space to move because nobody is attacking him. The ball was in a different place, in a different position. Now he has space to move with the ball. So this was a novelty by Arbeloa yesterday, and I was really impressed by it. It didn't happen only with Trent. It happened also many times in the midfield, other players that were scooping it around and all of that. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Vinicius. You can be absolutely right to be angry at him, at the ball that he's taken, but anybody can miss a penalty when you are 3 goals up, all right? The way that he took the ball, somebody said it was disrespectful. I heard one of the pundits say this comment. That's completely not true. And the reason is that we saw Sergio Ramos, he took 21 goals when he was taking penalties. He took 21 goals straight up. All of them he scored, and most of them he used this technique. One leg, then the other leg, then you take a look at the goalkeeper to see which position you are guessing that he's going to take, and then kick the ball away to another position and confuse the goalkeeper. You don't have power, you only have accuracy. The mistake that Vinicius did, he didn't take the one look of Donnarumma in order to see where he's going to jump. Then you don't have the power, you only have accuracy, and it was easy because of the lack of power for Donnarumma to stop this ball. But you can miss penalty. We saw the greatest players in the world miss penalties, so we can forgive Vinicius. And you know that he's been involved in 2 of the last 3 goals by Valverde. The first one, he assisted. The second one, the way that he started running on the flank, just opened up the defense of Manchester City and made it possible for everything to get mixed up and confused so that eventually Pitarch, that was involved, by the way, in the final goal, managed to pass the ball to Brahim. Brahim gave the ball in a kind of funny way inside the box to Valverde. And Valverde, what can you say about him? He just did it all as a striker. The first goal, he passes away the goalkeeper, and from a difficult position, just like Raul Gonzalez Blanco, scores from a difficult angle. Then the second goal, he just runs in, gets the ball in, and against the movement of the run, he manages to score with his weaker foot. Then the third one is just absolutely incredible. He gets the ball in the air, jumps it up with a volley, and then kicks it with the other leg exactly to the other side where the goalkeeper isn't, and then scoring an incredible hat-trick. I talked about it before, that once you don't have a natural goalkeeper, there is a lot of importance for the players from the flank getting to position and then passing the ball in a diagonal, trying to find a midfielder to attack with the face towards the goal. And this is exactly what had happened. You saw that Valverde has become the scorer, the actual striker of this game. So once you have the right attitude and the right notion, now that there has been some time with the players, now they understand Arbeloa more, they can implement his ideas more, and they came with the right state of mind. They came with a Champions League state of mind. They've already won some Champions League, these players, so they know how to do it, and they came and performed, and oh my God, I mean Valverde, what can you even say about him? So, by the way, fun facts and stats, I'll give you two interesting stats about the match yesterday. First of all, Vinicius, with the assist that he gave yesterday, he went up to 84 assists in total in Real Madrid history. This puts him just alongside Luis Figo. Luis Figo with 84 assists, the same now like Vinicius Jr. I don't believe that I'm saying that. And by the way, check out the two-part of very, very interesting interview that I did. I uploaded and I reacted to it on this channel with Luis Figo. Very interesting. Then we have next up, above this, where he can still reach this season, 86 assists, two legendary names, Santillana, a legendary captain, and Luis Moloni, that was also a great manager, by the way, of Real Madrid with 86 assists. With 90 assists, he can reach to Luka Modric very soon, so 6 more assists. With 7 more assists, he can reach Guti with 91. With 8 more, he can reach Marcelo, a fellow Brazilian, right, that he played alongside with, of course. Marcelo with 92. Above it, Toni Kroos with 93. And all the rest of the players that we have in our history have assisted at least 100 times. So this is 100-time assist club. And I'm sure that Vinicius will reach there. If not this season, probably next season. But this season, he can definitely reach a higher level and higher score and get closer to Toni Kroos. Now for the next fun fact. The last time that Real Madrid didn't score in the Champions League in the Bernabeu was somewhere in 2018. The last knockout tie where Real Madrid didn't score at the Bernabeu was 15 years ago in 2011 semi-final against Barcelona with Pep Guardiola. So, we always score, especially when it comes to knock ties. We just score. You know, when you come to our place, when we are going to see red in our eyes and white from the stands, we are going to score a goal. It's as simple as that. Now, guys, let's talk about the maestro of this team, Arbeloa, all right? We've been really, really hard on him, but now he has managed to win 2 of the greatest managers in modern football. First, he did a very significant cup tie win in the first match against Mourinho, a legend, right? A legend. Then he has managed yesterday to make a cup tie win against none other than Pep Guardiola, that some consider him, at least at some seasons, he is considered the best manager in the world. And he made him check and mate, as I said before. So clearly, we see that Arbeloa is able to come to specific matches with novelties, with ideas, with the right players and the right state of mind, and bring them up. Vinicius now is as best as he has been for more than a year under Arbeloa, so he managed to take out everything that was bad with the time with Xavi Alonso and bring him back. We see that Brahim is playing better little by little. We see that there are youngsters that are coming up. We see a better defense. We see a system and an idea, and we see the team winning. That's the most important. I don't think that Manchester City can come back from that. By the way, let's talk a little bit about Manchester City, because I understand, I didn't follow all of their matches, but I understand that the right defender was put there especially to try and stop Vinicius Jr. That was a mismatch because Vinicius wasn't playing a lot on the flank. He was playing more like either a second striker or first striker. So he was playing on the flank. He was maybe missing some opportunities. But that was actually another decoy by the great Alvaro Arbeloa. You thought that he would try to win from the left, and then he came and won from the right. He put Diaz there as if a striker, but moving more to assist with Alexander-Arnold at the flank. Then you had Valverde coming on from the right, becoming a free false number 9, and also assisting with defense whenever there was a defensive necessity, because Doku was City's most dangerous player, and he came from that flank. So he did from this flank two things. One, he managed to beat Doku, and he managed to beat Guardiola's attack, and then he managed to attack from this side and win from the right. Now, when I'm looking at their 11, it really baffles me. First of all, Rodri. Was he really playing there? Is he the player that you want to finish a contract and then to come to Real Madrid? Because there were rumors at the beginning of the season that the midfield isn't good enough and we need Rodri. I don't think that we need a player in the level that he showed yesterday. Savinho, I didn't really see him come to the balls that Doku was providing from the left. He didn't come to finish it. He didn't get into the second striker position to try and finish those goals. And at the first 20 minutes, he did have some chances, but he had a really bad match. Now, Semenyo is a new face in this attack, and I think that he's just lacking experience. So he was really not coming into expression yesterday, like he wasn't bringing himself out, and we didn't really see a lot from Semenyo. Holland was really carefully looked at. There was this double defensive in the middle of the defense that worked really, really well. After scoring the second goal, once we were there, we were really dominating the game. It was really, really hard for City to get to chances. And beside getting the penalty and one mistake by Courtois that didn't lead to anything, nothing really happened for City in the second half. So a great win for Arbeloa. Now, I just wanted to say one more thing about the midfield. We always talked about how we don't have the trio that we had back then. But we have a new midfield, guys. It's going to have different characteristics. It's not going to control the pace the same, but it's going to have more speed. It's not going to be moving with the ball the same, but it's going to have different characteristics overall. So Tchouaméni had an okay game. I don't think it was his best. Pitarch is really hard for me to speak about him. We need to see more from him. And Valverde, what can you say? Like, he's the king right now, the king of the Bernabeu, the king of Real Madrid. Goulet really need to step up his game. I didn't really see a lot from him yesterday, but he didn't disturb, like he was part of the movement of the ball. So he didn't disturb the show that we saw from Valverde. Diaz had a very good game in my eyes. And Vinicius Jr., I already talked about him. Rudiger was stable, and he really managed to have some saves. There was a moment there that there was a cross from the right side, a very rare thing from Manchester City yesterday. And somehow Rudiger managed to put the ball and make the ball jump before it brought to Holland, I think. So that was an excellent exhibition from him. Hausen was stable. We saw a much better overall play by Real Madrid. I'm very happy with what we saw yesterday. And yeah, guys, that was my analysis. Let me know in the comments what do you think of the new systems by Arbeloa. What do you think about him overall as a manager? Do you see him continue for the next season, for example? And what do you think is going to happen in the derby that is coming soon? We'll be talking about that and many more things very soon. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I will see you in the next one.